Yeah, we have to do that. We got to do that, because like I said, teen pregnancy is high now.
Right. And STDs or STIs are very high too in our communities. With the younger ones, some people still think you can't get pregnant, but you can, even if you're 14 or 15.
Yeah,
as long as you're having a menstrual cycle, you still can get pregnant because you're releasing the egg and have a sperm connection. Hey, you got a baby.
And STDs and and come on now, don't no child want to deal with. You already got to deal with school and learning and and other things that's going on in the world, and now you got to deal with a baby and you got to deal with an STD, and and
that's usually if it's sometimes it's lifelong. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I tell some people, hey, you have this maybe HIV. This is lifelong management. It's not your gonorrhea or your syphilis, but it's HIV. So you have to explain. You can get that at 12. You can get that at 13 if you're not using barriers or you're having sex with someone unprotected. Oral, anal, all of those things. So you just have to educate them to let them know that, this is a possibility. You are a teenager, this can happen to you. And a lot of kids, you see them like maybe 17 or 18 at the clinic I work at. You're like, okay, you're still a baby, but you have to experience things as an adult now,
And HIV is not just like your common chronic disease.
Right.
It does so much to your body.
Yeah.
It slowly kills.
Just imagine a child dealing with HIV.
And it takes one time.
Right.
One time.
Just one time. One exposure.
1 minute.
The mental, that mental that they have to deal with. Now I got an STD, mental. Nobody will want me.
Too,
yes, because kids can be very cruel,
right? And they'll talk about each other
too.
Adults
too.
You're right. They can be very.
Even your family and your friends. I'm talking about,
especially your family.
We have people talk about their mother,
and
their siblings,
right?
And so we just want to make sure, and we just we're doing this show because we just want to make sure that we've been reliable for our youth, you know what I'm saying? Because we are reliable. Regardless of whatever. We're reliable what happened to them. And then you just want to make sure we catch it, Like I said, we can't say every youth, but we can make a difference. We can, and we are making a difference. Just Vivian just was talking about a young man who just got honor roll. Just by coming here and just encourage him, uplifting him, and let him know that he can do it. And he did do it. Just by us just having his back, And so I just want to encourage my listeners to call in. The number is 470-839-0701. Give us your input. If you got something going on or you have a program that you want to bring into SUT Youth Department, let us know. We're open to it, because we're a community, we're a family, and we got to take care of one another. We can't allow the system, social media, to take care of our kids because they're not going to do nothing but reel them into the wrong direction. Into the wrong direction to the point where, you got some kids are homeless. Some kids are prostituting. Some kids are running away from their homes. Some kids are dealing with mental illness at a young age.
Right. And that's why I think it's so important that we have these real talk, necessary conversations.
Yeah.
And we need, these are issues that we're facing in our community. And this change starts with us. We have to be the change agent.
Yes.
So it's important that we sit down and we have this dialogue and we share the information that we have and we talk about it. Yes. We have to talk about it.
We
can't push this under the table
and stop trying to patch it up for it
because it's getting worse.
It's getting worse. It is.
We can't keep putting a Band-Aid on it thinking it's gonna heal. It's not gonna heal. Right. We got to do something. It's time to do something. Because it's getting worse. Our kids are dying from left and right. They're killing themselves.
Right. They're killing each other.
No self-love, things like that. Yeah. And I think sometimes kids that want to do right or who want to succeed, they are influenced by others because they don't want to be the outsider or the different kid or get picked on or bullied. Right.
Peer pressure.
And you see them facing that. That's a big struggle for them, because I know for a fact all those kids want to do something. They want to make something out of themselves.
Oh, yes.
I don't think,
yes,
it's that disparity and actually being able to be strong enough to change and do something different versus following the crowd.
Yes.
Right. Because you see a lot of that. I mean, I just learned that when I was actually working at a certain school system, that they want that structure. They want to succeed. It just takes somebody investing in them and tell them that they matter. Things like that. So you got to look at it like this. This is our future.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm getting older. We all are aging.
Yes.
And so what are we doing to make sure that we have preservation of ourselves as a culture, as a people at that point?
Yes, yes. And what are we doing?
It takes people like Vivian to see the gap and to step into the gap.
Right.
Because we're traumatized as a people every day.
Yes.
We're talking about economically. Right. We're talking about physically. Yes. We're talking about mentally.
Yes.
When you look at our neighborhoods, we're living in food deserts. I mean, the majority of things that you see is fast food or package stores. Right. So, but it takes us stand up as a people. When she talked about the community garden, it's important because what's the closest? Where can you get fresh fruits and vegetables at a reasonable price?
Nowhere, really.
So we got to make it happen for ourselves.
Right. Yes, yes.
You have the answers. It's when you dig in and put the time, action, and effort to make a change in your community. Because I promise you, no one cares. They really don't. I mean, they really don't.
They do.
Right, because if you drive through, like you said,
all about a dollar.
Right, and it shouldn't be as such. The kids don't have a place to play or anything like that, or you don't have foods that sell fresh quality stuff. And if they do sell it, the price is like $5 or $6. It's expensive.
Yes.
So they do stuff like that for a reason. But if you know what's going on, you got to counteract by doing things to help yourself.
And we can change that. When we talk about there's no parks, there's no green space. Where can we walk? Where do our kids play that's safe? Right. When we talk about the crime rate, why should I let my child go outside? Because there's a possibility that he may get shot. He may even get shot right here in the apartment.
Yeah, that's right.
Laying in his bed. But as a people, we have to start advocating for ourselves.
Yes.
Right. And doing for ourselves instead of sitting around waiting for someone else to do. And it starts with people like Vivian, or even when you did this real talk, just dealing with real issues. Right. Yes. That's where we start. The change starts with us as individuals. And we come together collectively, we can make a difference in our community.
Yes, we can. And it's and this is the thing we have to know, we can. There's nothing that can stop us. And we will. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Because we have people that want to, once you get some great minds, like I told a lady today, you get great minds together, you do great things.
Right.
And that's what we're doing for our youth, because they have great minds. They have talent,
Give them hope. Give them a different perspective. Hey, you can do this.
Yes.
Right. Like positive reinforcement.
Right.
That's a big deal. You always have positivity around you versus something that's always negative. Like, you can't do that. What are you thinking about? You can't go over there. So always change your outcome as far as thinking mentally positive all the time. Because I promise you, if you always think that you can't do anything, you will never do anything. Right. Because you don't have that hope, like you were saying, hope and disparity. You don't have that anymore.
And we are not what the media says we are.
No, we're not.
We are not what they say that we are. We've lived so long and we've survived slavery, post-slavery.
Post-slavery.
Post.
Civil rights.
Yes.
Segregation. So we can and we will.
That's in us to be what?
Right.
Strong.
So strong, right.
Persevere. So if you know that's inside of you.
Tenacity.
That's right, tenacity. You just have to be able to bring it to somebody else and let them see that, hey, you can do this.
Yes.
And I do say, let me put it this way. I feel like sometimes we all have a skill. We go to school or college, whatever, and we have a craft that we actually, own it. We do well, but we forget to give back. You don't have to always be compensated for something. It doesn't take you but an hour to go volunteer with some kids or something like that. So I think people should really look at themselves and see what they can do on a personal level by their own skills that they've gone to school for to give back to the community.
Yes.
Right.
And that's what I really really thing. You don't have to be compensated for your skill, something that you love to do, that you went to school for.
Yes.
Just to give back. And you could be an example for a child. Like, hey, I want to be a registered nurse, or I want to be a lawyer, or I want to I want to be a teacher or something like that. Just being an example, say, hey, you too can do this.
Exactly.
You too can give back.
And even if you, I mean, everybody I think has a way that they can give back. If you can't do that, you don't have the time. Okay, then we'll send them some supplies to play.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Okay, they need computers. Okay, I'm going to send y'all some computers. If they need reading supplies, just simple things that we take for granted.
Yes.
Just being able to read. Having a library. For me, reading was, that's my escape. That's the way that
yeah, me too.
This is the way I deal with the world. You know, just pull aside, just black everything out. Because I can read a book and I can have a movie just from reading a book. So that's my way.
Yes.
That's one of the things I do for self-care. So I mean, I feel like reading can free an individual from all the constraints of not knowing. When you read, you can travel the world just from reading that one book, and then that will plant a seed in you. Okay, hey, I can do this.
Yes. Yes. And that's the thing when you say give back. And that's what we need to do. You know, a lot of us adults have accomplished a lot. We have made it out of struggles and the things that we are faced. Now it's time for you to reach back. So because you know that you did that. You accomplished it. You're a lawyer. You're a doctor. You did it. So now you need to come back and get the kids that's left behind. That need us. You know, and we complain so much of what our kids are doing, but what are you doing to help them?
Right.
You did what you did. You got your degrees and and you made your money and you did this and then you forgot about the community. You know, don't just come around when it's a holiday.
Or for photo ops.
Yeah, don't just come around when it's good and when trying to get your face out there and get you out there. Don't do that.
That's true.
Do it year round. Do it every day. Do it, donate. Donate all the time. Give back all the time because it's not going to stop. Because folks are continue having babies. We always producing. We always, like I said, having babies. So it's always going to be a need. There's going to always be a need. So, and it's saddening that, sometimes we do forget about those who are in the back. Sometimes we do forget about it, and it's sad. And then we get mad when Ray JJ breaking your car, or what I'm saying, because you ain't, because they don't have nothing else to do.
Right.
Or they might be hungry.
Exactly.
They might need to sell something, so you don't know their circumstances. And I say this, sometimes crime is a product of your environment. You might have a parent who's working. Your parent might be on drugs or whatever, and you do whatever you need to do to survive. You go back to survival mode. Because basically you need all your basic needs met, and if they're not getting met, then of course you're gonna do what you need to do.
You're gonna do what you got to do.
And see, it took me as a nurse having a patient. I was like, I realized that this is this young girl, teenager, just became a teenager. She had a baby, and I was like, okay, what's going on with this young lady? Who does she live with? Is she teaching her anything? But then when I met her mother, I realized why this young woman was the way she was. And then I realized the mother wasn't anything. She was probably like 13, 14 years older than her. So here you have a grandmother that's less than 40. You have a mother that's 28. You have a child that's 14. And she has a baby. And I'm like, okay, so what are we doing to help her?
Yeah. It's always generational. You always got to think about, okay, what she went through, what the mama went through. Okay, what the grandma went through. So it's always, generational. So, yeah. So
we had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
We had to talk about parenting skills.
Yeah.
And give her the tools. Because if she didn't have anyone to teach her, I felt like it was my responsibility to at least help her.
Yeah.
And oftentimes we think like, it's not my problem, so I'm not going to deal with it.
But it becomes your problem. Yes. That's the thing. Eventually it will become your problem.
It sure will, because the little boy might be the one that,
Right, knock you over the head and keep running, I'm just saying.
But it's true, though.
Yeah, seriously.
It's true. It's true.
So that's why I think it starts with us. Each one help one.
Exactly. Exactly. So on that note, we're gonna go to a song and we're gonna take a break and drink some water and just let you listen to the song. This King Quill, one of our own. He have many trades, but I'm just gonna let y'all play this song and listen.